do love it. I think it's absolutely awesome. Oh my days. Oh my days, bro. What have I just walked into 4 hours ago? 4 hours ago. 4 hours ago, mate. Inter Milan star Marcus Thuram accused of Ivisuba, as what the Don calls it, bro. Shout out to the Dons, bro. Shout out to man like Donovan, fam. Love that guy. He is my dude, bro. Shout out to him, bro. The master. But apparently he's been accused of sexual is Ivisuba and Isuba, fam. So I can't say those words on YouTube, guys, just because of whole YouTube guidelines and all this sensory stuff, fam. So I can't say that, but basically just think of this word there, spell it backwards, and yeah, you've got the word. But let's see what the lady has to say. Hopefully, there's no music on this. If there's music, we can't listen to the entire clip. So let's see, fam, because these accusations, guys, are actually pretty big, and they can ruin like a lot of players' careers. So this she has to be on point. She has to be on point. So this is from May 2022, 3 years ago.
22, I was essayed and assaulted by the soccer player Marcus Thuram.
You say you're gonna get.
He locked me in his house, took my passport and my bags. When I recorded this video, I had already been locked in his house for a little while, and he grabbed me, took my phone, and deleted that video of him attacking me. He tackled me and dragged me around his house by one ankle, and the neighbors heard me screaming, so they called the police.
So you can tell me if it's good for you.
Bro, like honestly, right? If you're a professional, fellas. For me, and again and again and again and again, there's gonna be people like, oh, guys, domestic abuse is always a bad thing, right? But I just have to speak for the fellas about here, especially like the pros, especially even like the young guys. You have to move very carefully now in this day and age, because listen, right, this right here could actually be clipped out of context. There could be so much more to what's going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. We don't know the full story yet, right? But like it's so important, right, especially for young men or even like professional athletes right now, to have cameras in their rooms. Just look what happened to Neymar. And again, I'm not defending Marcus Thuram. I'm not defending Marcus Thuram. I'm just speaking from what I've seen online, dude. With the things what's happened with the Johnny Depp. Oh, people know what I'm on about, right? Anyway, so with Neymar, if you guys remember, with Neymar, like time ago, it was like in a Paris like hotel, and some women accused him, right, of like assault, and he actually had his phone recording like from the bathroom into like their like a hotel like living room, right, and you can see the girl hitting Neymar first. These are the sorts of things, right, that guys have to go, like these are sort of like is what's the word I'm looking for now? It's not measurements, but like it's the sort of process that you have to go through when you're first meeting a girl, because if you do something and you think it's perfectly normal, she'll go out there and she'll freaking accuse you of Ivisuba, bro. That's what will happen, fam. Again. I'm not saying Thuram's guilty. I'm not saying he's innocent. We don't know the full story yet, but from previous experience, from previous stories that I've seen, young fellas, especially even like the professional football players, you have to be very careful how you move in these streets, bro. You have to be, fam. You know what I mean? Like sometimes guys generally need to know DICK discipline. That's what we'll have to know, bro. Because like this full story here, we don't know what's happened, but we'll continue, fam. We're here all day. We're here all day, ninjas.
The incident where I was attacked by Marcus, and I just want to document. I'm now limping. My bruise on my arm is now getting darker. I have one of my ankles.
And this is like I was speaking with somebody over there, and somebody was, oh, Preston, why don't you try to, meet up with all these girls? I'm like, bro, no, I just want to focus on my work, fam, because what I've been seeing right now in these streets is an absolute madness, dude. It's an absolute madness, bro. Like Marcus Thuram literally has got a freaking game against Barcelona tomorrow. Like this news has just come out like literally 4 hours ago. It's come out 4 hours ago, right? And imagine what that's gonna do for his headspace as well, bro. And Lautaro Martinez is out, he's out injured too. So if Marcus Thuram is not playing tomorrow just due to this thing, then I think Inter have only got Marko Arnautovic and Mehdi Taremi. Now the only available strikers, mate.
One of my ankles is now swollen, and I have a limp to show the progress here on this bruise. It's gotten pretty bad. That's, I guess, where he grabbed me. I don't even remember him grabbing an arm. I do remember snatching my other arm, my right arm. This is my left arm. And now I'm going to document my swollen ankle.
I did ask for a flight and I ended up getting a chauffeur, but the way from Amsterdam to Germany is incredibly empty and creepy. When I got to Germany, Marcus was telling me that he likes girls that do drugs. He likes to go to Miami and get a bunch of pills since they can't test him for it. I insisted on going out for dinner and not having a chef.
This is mental.
I mean, the whole point of the trip was to see Dusseldorf. Once we got back from dinner, I decided that I didn't really want to be with him in an intimate way. He was being weird. And we decided we're going to come here and watch a movie. And that is where he assaulted me. He forced himself on me. And when I started freaking out, he kept saying, don't worry, Stink. I'm going to go to the bank tomorrow after practice. I knew nobody would believe me.
Guys, man, you're on like days, bro. Oh my God, dude. Like, fam, this is, again, I tell guys, like, I've been around. I'm 30 years old, dude. I'm a guy that went to uni. I've been around the block. I've seen the kind of things that guys would do, right, just to get some ASS. Sometimes it's not even worth it, bro. Like, right. The hypothesis, by the way, this is a hypothesis for the people that would want to come in and start speaking some nonsense, right? This is a hypothesis. Just before I get started, right? I'm very good at telling where people are from. I'm presuming this young lady here is from America. That's what I'm presuming. I'm presuming that she's from America. Marcus Thuram has seen her, and as like, again, you guys can see with the chats. Where are the messages? Where are the messages? These are the DMs right now from Instagram, right? It literally says there. Marcus Thuram has seen her on Instagram and is like, listen, I'll fly you out, come out. Again, hypothesis, but things like this usually happen, right? He's seen her on Instagram, slid into the DMs, saying, oh yeah, just come out to Europe. Again, I'm presuming she's American, just judging by the accent. So his messages saying, just come over to Europe. We can go to Germany. You can see Dusseldorf. We can go to Amsterdam. Basically, I'll show you around, right? He's basically flew her out. That is the term that's used. Flew her out, right? And when it got to, of course, to the end of the night, and once again, I will reiterate this and say it once again, right? Like, women don't owe men sex. It don't, bro. But the thing is, though, with a lot of like rappers, a lot of famous athletes, is if when they fly a girl out and at the end of the night they don't want to do the no pants dance, and I'm presuming she really wasn't interested in the no pants dance. And yeah, I'm not, and again, I'm not saying that Thuram EPAR, and he spelled EPAR backwards, EPAR. I'm not saying he did that, right? But these are the sorts of things that happen. And then I think that Marcus Thuram was just actually trying to get her out of the house. That's what I think. That's what I think. That's what I think, right? And of course, where the bruises came from, we will see, right? But this is very, this is a developing story.
He assaulted me. He forced himself on me, and when I started freaking out, He kept saying, "Don't worry, Stink. I'm going to go to the bank tomorrow after practice." I knew nobody would believe me.
You see, but why is it going to the bank? Like, you know what I mean?
And I just needed to just play along so I could get out safe. But then the next day when he came home, he took my passport, he took my bags, and he attacked me.
That hurt.
When he attacked me, the neighbors heard me screaming, and they called the police.
You have to be very careful, bro.
They did.
Like,
I did mute parts of this because of the words that we're using. I don't want this video to get flagged.
you see, like, I want to listen to the unbanned or like the unmuted version. That's what I want to see.
But essentially, he was trying to get me into the car. He already took all my things away, and I was afraid of being on that road, that empty road back to Amsterdam after the way he, you know, was acting. And at this point, I just wanted my things and to just leave on my own, but he wouldn't let me.
Yeah, right before.
At some point, his driver also threatens me.
Like there. Like, even there, guys. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, we need everything in full freaking context. I want to hear Marcus Thuram's side as well, dude. I genuinely do. I genuinely do, fam.
And bring it right here. And then you have to get away from me. Please don't come any closer. Please don't get any closer. I'm serious right now. Right now. Right now. Please get away from me. Get away from me.
This is crazy.
You give me what?
This is crazy, bro.
2K? Yeah. No. All cool if you didn't fucking drag me out of your house, fucking attack me. You did attack me. You just fucking dragged me around your house. You fucking asshole. Give me my stuff.
You don't want any problem, please.
What problems? What problems? Tell me about them.
You don't know the people you are dealing with. Stop playing bullshit.
What game's off right now? Kidnapping. You want me to get in your car? You want to kidnap me? Please, go get my stuff. Go get my stuff right now.
Oh, please, respect yourself. Why are you doing
Respect yourself. Give me my stuff and go.
Let's go and get your stuff.
Yeah.
It's in the car.
Bring it to me. Bring it to me. You're a grown man. You can carry it.
Once the police got there, they went through all my things that Marcus had.
Comes to my amigo. Yo, what's going on, fam? What's going on, bro? What's going on, bro? Glad you can join us, dude. This is some absolute madness.
And he showed them my Instagram and portrayed me as someone that was trying to extort him. And
there we go. Boom. Boom. See? He did fly her out. He did fly her out, bro. Fam. Marcus Thuram has been accused of EPAR, bro, and Ivisuba, fam.
Police were not really caring that he had attacked me.
Everything that he just did inside.
Okay.
That's the crime scene.
Okay.
Can you please record it?
Yes.
Why aren't you doing anything?
Stay over here.
Yo, this is crazy, bro.
Lass noch mal kurz liegen, bitte, ja?
This is absolutely crazy, fam.
Ja. Bitte was? We are called of terrorists.
No, I didn't say that. You
But
misunderstand.
it's the way you said it.
No,
She sounds abusive, all I'm seeing right now,
It
fam.
really was.
The full video's on Reddit, bro. The full video's on Reddit. So this is breaking as we're going now, bro. This is mental. This is absolute madness, bro.
So I did end up doing a kit. I went to the hospital as everything happened while I had a tampon in. I did have a tear. I did show the police everything, all the stuff that was inside. But, you know, it did get dismissed. With all the evidence that I had, the case was completely dismissed.
By the way, fam, bro, this was from 2022. So this is like 3 years old now. This is 3 years old, bro.
Again?
What?
Are you filming again?
I did ask for a lawyer, and they said that usually only people that are guilty of things need a lawyer. It was incredibly difficult to find any help online as I don't speak German at all. But I am sharing this to let others know that you're not alone. And even though people may say, oh, why didn't you go to the police? Why didn't you fill out a kit? Why didn't you go to the hospital? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? You can do everything right and still not have the justice that you deserve. It has been 3 years. I've had 2 different therapists. I had physical therapy. I work out regularly just to recover from this. It's been incredibly expensive. I also hired an attorney to navigate this. And at the end of the day, with all the evidence I had, I was still told that it didn't matter. And I was also intimidated. I was told that if I speak out, he can turn around and sue me. Well, guess what? I don't care. And to any other survivors out there, I know it's scary to speak up, but
So did they find out who
hopefully
was guilty? So you're asking. So did they find out who was guilty? So from what I'm seeing here, this is all again because. Okay, so from what I'm seeing here, right, this is all from her perspective at the moment. We need to see the side. We need to see from the side of Marcus Thuram, because right now it's all her that's doing all the talking. It's all her that's got all the recording. So we'd have to see both sides first before we act as judge, jury, and executioner to what a majority of people do right now online. As soon as they see videos like this, they immediately go, "This person's guilty." We need to see everything first from both sides because a lot of things might be taken out of context. A lot of a lot of the messages between the screenshot be between the screenshot with Marcus Thuram in that little Instagram like conversations through the DM, even like the WhatsApp messages. We'll have to see what's going on because there was also something about 2K that was mentioned. But I've already gave my hypothesis to this, and these kind of things do happen a lot because again, like I've been around the block, bro. I have seen some mad stuff in my life, right? And I've seen it with I've been around famous people before. I've heard stories where girls have been flew out and they decide to do a madness and they portray a certain person like this on social media. So we have to wait and see with Marcus Thuram's side of the story as well, because this right here is actually gotten big. This is from that 3 years ago. Once again, it's from 3 years ago. Once again, and I don't know if you remember what happened with Callum Hudson-Odoi. The thing leaving like what with Danny Alves like if a few weeks ago. Apparently he was found innocent. I'm seeing this on next too. So for me, like I'm just waiting, bro, because again there was a whole thing with like Greenwood. If people do remember the whole thing with Greenwood from like 3 years ago now, the beginning of 2022 or the end of 2022, there was also things with that where he was recorded too. So again, you never know what's gonna happen, right? But for me, I just want to see the point of perspective from Marcus Thuram's side.
me sharing this story brings some strength to some other people. I mean, you can just see in their body language the way that they were treating me. This whole event was incredibly traumatic. And yeah, I don't want to be silenced anymore. I'm not going to be. I'm done being quiet.
This is crazy, bro. I was here, but just going already. It's the first thing that I freaking come up.
Point they offered me
come against, bro. I'm like, what the hell?
Chauffeur that just threatened me to take me back to Amsterdam. Of course, I said, "Are you for real?" He just threatened me.
And that's the thing as well, right? Like what she's saying that again, people say, "Oh, no." This is what I'm interpreting, guys. That the thing that she said there about the guy, like the chauffeur threatening her, right? Is the chauffeur's African fan. He's definitely like I'm presuming like his family's African and he grew up in France or might grew up in Germany, right? And like the way that Black Americans and Africans speak is completely different. It's completely different because like yeah there is like some like vernacular in Africa, where even like a guy goes, "Oh, you are doing that," like it sounds different. So again, like he's saying that basically your things are in the car. I could take it back because come on, man, like. I don't feel, listen. This is my perspective. I don't think that the driver was gonna take her to a back road and I don't think so. I don't think so, bro. Like the guy's a freaking chauffeur, man.
It's a joke, you know, it's a sick, twisted joke.
There we go.
After this, they took my phone and they demanded the password and they held me in their precinct, interrogating me with a translator. They asked me horrible questions like, why didn't you leave? Why didn't you call the police? Why did he offer you money?
Exactly. Why? There we go. Why did he offer him 2K? There's something missing there in that 2K, guys. 100%.
You mean why did he bribe me after he attacked me?
You see, guys, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling guys, like we're on social media now. We were like these little things where girls get flown out by rappers and they get paid 10K just for coming out and hang around with them. Like these things happen. If you're on X on freaking Instagram, you see videos like this that pop up on your timeline. You do, bro. As you're swiping up, oh, freaking story time. There's so and so rapping. But even, bro. There's even right, like some OF models that literally come out and say like, oh, this person offered me like 500,000 for to do so and so. Like this is a regular occurrence now. You get what I mean? But just with Marcus Thuram, right? Just before I go into the comments, because the comments are going to be very interesting. The comments are going to be very interesting for this, right? Just before I do continue, just before I do go into the comments, I just have to say this straight up, fellas, young fellas, even the older guys, like you have to be careful to how you move, like, because especially if you're a guy, bro, like Marcus Thuram plays for Inter Milan, he's on a lot of money. You're a mark. Yes. Some men, not all men, not all men, right, can be deplorable pieces of crap. There is guys out there like that. There genuinely is, right? Maybe Marcus Thuram is one of them. We don't know yet, right? But fellas, the young guys, you have to be careful to how you move, like, especially in the West. Especially if you're in England, especially if you're in America, especially if you're a famous person, bro, from Australia, dude. Especially if in France, in Germany, in Spain, in Portugal, even in Brazil, I use that whole Neymar thing, bro. You're a mark, dude. You have to be careful. You have to know DICK, discipline, dude. This is what I try to tell the majority of my family members about this, but they think of me as some raving lunatic that just only watches football, bro, and never done it, bro. I know what I'm speaking about because I've seen these things happen before. Like, you have to be careful. The rich guys, you have to be careful. It might sound like right now I'm talking some absolute garbage, right? But you are a mark, dude. Like there's I think there was a baseball player time ago by, I think he goes by the name of Trevor Bauer, signed with I think it was like with the LA Dodgers. I think it was with the Dodgers, right? Massive contract. Some girl was like, oh, literally messaging a friend. He like 50 mil, he's got to put babies in me and stuff like that, targeting him. Things like this happen. And for Marcus, and I do get it. And guys, like, fellas, I do get it. That's like, sometimes you do need to get some. But don't be too desperate, man. Don't be too desperate. You start going freaking crazy and stuff like that, and never ever put your hands on a woman. Never do that, bro. Never do that, fam. You have to you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful, bro, because even if you didn't do anything, tell the police this person assaulted me and stuff like that. It's a crazy world. It's a crazy world we're living in right now, right? And Farhan says famous basketball players and football players are a huge target. They are a huge target, bro. But for me, like, I'm a person that recognizes patterns And if something is being done over and over and over and over and over again to a certain group of people in a certain similar way, you know that you have to move differently when you're that group of people that's being targeted, dude. You have to, mate. They being taken to the freaking bro, like being taken to the cleaners. You be taken, bro. Just even like one meetup, and you go your own set. The guy, I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna speak some truth, bro. There was one guy last week in America. I think it was like an Indian guy in his 70s. He was walking around the Target, right? And he asked a lady, where is like the DIY section for like toolboxes? Oh yeah, points over there. He says hi to the kid, leaves, right? That woman accuses him of trying to literally kidnap the kid. That guy, I'm pretty sure he was arrested, right? They checked this whole freaking TV footage or the CCTV footage on Target, right? And they see that, oh, this guy actually didn't do anything. He actually spoke to the lady, waved at the baby, not tried to freaking steal the baby from her hands, and literally got his stuff, left, spoke to the employee that works there, and left, dude. Like, things like this can happen. Things like this can happen, guys. You have to be very careful, bro. You have to be very careful, fam, because there's a lot of mutas around there. There's a lot of mutas around there, right? But anyway, let us see to what the guys are saying right now on Reddit, because this is a big one. This is a big one, bro. Not found yet for now says, oh shit, here we go again. The Hetafe special. These guys are crazy. These guys are mad. These guys are mad, bro. Farhan says not just about domestic cases, but when they get into fights with some random people in the street, it can cause them a huge sum of money. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's not even that. It's not even like even guys as well. Even some guys who will purposely try to provoke a famous person to get money from them. Mike Tyson, if you guys remember in the airport when Mike Tyson was punching some guy, this guy was bothering him the entire freaking 50 minutes of that plane, right? Like of that plane ride, and then people only see the 10-second clip or 14-second clip of Mike Tyson punching the guy, dude, while before that the guy was actually trying to antagonize it. And yes, and I will repeat this once again, because there seems to be people out there right now in the world, right, that would immediately want to think something, guys. EPA's bad. Invisible is bad, bro. Red Room is bad. Spell all those things. I can't say on YouTube because YouTube will obviously flag your channel, right? But spell all those things backwards, fam. Like, as a guy, you should not be doing EPA whatsoever. It's the most disgusting, most deplorable thing ever. That is beyond human stuff. That is evil stuff right there. You should be getting locked up, 100%, bro. Even domestic invisible, bro. That should never be happening, fam. Should never be happening, dude. And you should never do that as a guy. You get what I mean? But yeah, let's continue, fam. What's going on, Marcelo, dude? What's going on, bro? You've caught us right now on a mad one still. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You've caught us on a mad one, fam. Right, so Chataka Pataka says his career at most clubs should be over. There are there's always some exceptions, unfortunately, if this is true. However, I hate to say this, but the time of this video coming out is a bit suspect. This coming out one day before Inter's biggest game of the season could be a coincidence, but it doesn't help the accusations' credibility. Yeah, I literally said that, bro. I literally said that, fam. I literally said that. Harp Sabu says it's from 2022 and has apparently been debunked, deleted from this latest TikTok, but someone dragging it back up now. Definitely weird. She said, "Oh, okay, so Inter fan, so he knows what's going on. He knows what's going on right now. No, it's her who posted this, but her bio is quite suspect. She calls herself a P-star influencer, sim collector, money snatcher, and then links her OF. There we go. All roads lead to that Instagram bio, bro. All roads lead to that Instagram bio, mate. Right, perfect time to become to become viral and get more subscribers. With that said, if it's true, Tikush, yeah, exactly, should be punished and never play for us again. There we go. You see, and this is what I mean. Like the guys on Reddit, I'm pretty sure these are like 18-year-old guys, bro. Even they've got that as well, like in their heads. Like, listen, if Thuram is guilty, hit him with the book, slam him with the book, bro. Alongside that chauffeur, bro. That's what you should be doing. That's what you should be. But once again, we'll have to wait until the full stories come out, right? But anyway, right. BADD says even ignoring that the video has already been debunked. Just seeing how over edited for maximum drama this video raises quite a few question marks about the legitimacy of the whole thing. It's so true. Marcelo says, bro, thanks to react one more time to Corinthians game. No problem, bro. No problem, dude. Keep on shooting my way. I'll do it for you 100%. Lots of evidence missing from this. Exactly. That's what I thought. Because like that 2K, like it's like for them to mention like the 2K just for like a meetup, 100% something must happen there, bro. That's going to try to get a bunch of gullible rich man and then bought a bunch of house for his end of the bargain. That's the, you see, there you go. Fast, yeah. This happens a lot, bro, where these so-called again OF models meet up with like these rich guys. When it comes to hold their end of the bargain, the no pants dance. You know what happens. Mate. Yuvrain says selectively muted audio talks about bruise and swollen ankle, but only shows the bruise. Nothing on video except clip where he grabs a phone. Case was already dismissed 3 years ago. If that all she has this much, looks like an attempt to ruin his reputation. On the other hand, no, not a posh TWAT says. On the other hand, the allegations are facing horrible, but the other there's basically nothing in a video that first Tony couldn't also attribute to a grifter that is also trying to shake him down. For example, according to the voiceover, he was keeping a prisoner, but the video shows his driver and her stuff in the car, and she's refusing to leave, demanding her to bring her stuff into the backyard. See also Thuram giving it 2K just to leave. I'm going to reserve judgment until something more concrete comes out, but simply because of her editorialized TikTok is apparently at odds with the results of a police investigation, not to mention the suspect timing. Yeah, there we go, bro. Crazy. Final one from Pristine Ball before we move on to the Manchester United tier list. I mean, there's plenty suspect individual. A lot what is described as purely perspective. Dusseldorf to Amsterdam, creepy, but yes, that's Germany for you. Not Thuram's fault. It seems conveniently cut out in certain moments, and Thuram looks more like she wants. He wants her out rather than keeping her prisoner, like she states. She was also asking for shopping and flights in the chat, exactly, which does not necessarily imply anything. She's a P star. She also has a TikTok where she jokes about not asking her boyfriend for permission. Again, I mean, if it really happened, as an Inter fan, throw him in jail and let him rot there, because there's enough shady stuff to at least give him the benefit of the doubt. Trusting German police and German law handle that. It's also from 3 years ago, and when he was playing in Borussia Mönchengladbach, I don't know if he had the star power to bribe judges and stuff. Yeah, 100%, man. But guys, let's